Hey, Bradley, how's it?
Good. How are you doing?
Slowly, slowly, the end of the year.
Yes, yes, yes. It is it's getting to be the end of the year, isn't it?
That was quite a challenge to join. Yeah, uh, corporates are blocking things. I've seen you posted the agenda to an alternative site.
Yeah, we
Um,
with Proton docs, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's blocked as well. So it says
Good.
explicit unauthorized website, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with their policies, but yeah, Zoom is blocked. Any file sharing platforms blocked. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
What is so I mean that's a good question generally because I've seen something like this before, right? What is actually permitted? I mean if we used Markdown on GitHub somewhere and I
Yeah, that
mean
would work.
that would work.
That would
Okay.
work 100%. Yeah.
I've done that before. What about though the meeting technology itself then? Would that be okay as like what would work? Google Meet or
No, everything is so far blocked.
okay.
It's only like Teams, I think in order to unblock Zoom, I have to explicitly ask that and justify it, right? So I just need to raise that officially, and it will take time. So far,
Okay.
apparently there is an option on Zoom logging through the browser, but the option is so hidden. Like I struggled with that a little bit. But then one of my colleagues suggested me that yeah, despite it's blocked, I mean the application is blocked. But you can join on the web, and yeah, I just use that as my workaround. But yeah, it's horrible. It's a horrible experience.
They
Okay.
are so strict. More rules are more strict nowadays in App
Yeah,
Store.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it. Yeah, for Google Meet, it's kind of browser by default, I guess. So that should work. The only thing is that we will lose the recordings that are supported by SenseF, right? In this case, so we'll have to handle them ourselves.
No,
If
I
you
think
switch.
yeah. Well, with SUSE, we have partner meetings over the Google Meet, and if it
Mm,
is blocked,
it is blocked still. That's not cool.
um, I think they blocking on a corporate or on the protocol level. They try to
Mm,
block Slack huddles, but yeah, it's
mm,
always you need to fight back and raise the incidents
yeah.
and justify it and yada yada political. Oh, it's recorded. Okay, yeah. Um, so just yeah, it's
Yeah, I got the
it's a
vibe.
nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry to hear
So
that.
far,
That's annoying.
Zoom is okay until it will get blocked. I mean, I would expect it anytime soon, and then I will fight back. On that,
All right. I don't know what other attendance we expect for today. Maybe we wait another minute, but then yeah, the biggest thing on here looks like this PR review section you added, Jerry.
Yeah, I went through the all PRs that are human created, right? And it looks like we have some work to do with review and approval. And one of the tops, obviously, like dynamic zones from DNR, so we need to push it through. And yeah, and there are plenty of them actually.
Have we yet gone through and just closed up things that aren't relevant anymore?
Mm, in PRs, there is not much that is not relevant. There is some like can be cleaned up, but there is no super stale things apart from maybe like a couple of them. But from issue perspective, we need to go through backlog for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 63 currently open, so I don't know.
it's
Okay, for
still
how?
good number. If you look at the, I don't know, suite manager or something, Terraform. Well, good luck with that.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Farhan.
Hi, Bradley.
All
Hi,
right.
Yuri.
Hello, hello. How you
We
doing?
just we
I'm
just
doing
started with the PR review here, so I'm gonna share the screen here. Let's do that. Let me go to which one? This one. Boom. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
good. Good, good, good. All right. So yeah, we talked about already Christmas release with Gateway API support. I don't know how far along that is. I think Andre is spearheading that. Yuri, do you have any more information?
Now, one of the PRs from the backlog is directly related, like this one, right?
Yep.
So we need to discuss with Andre. I think he has like high-level plan of the implementation, like how many things he plans to add before the next release. And if a Christmas release even makes sense, right? It's kind of nice to have for visibility, otherwise it's out of schedule. So yeah.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Dynamic zones, Dinar, do you need any help with anything there?
No, look, it's still kind of work in progress. The what is kind of I kind of struggle with is it's not a stable thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I plan to have it experimental and do it as the small blocks, mergeable blocks.
Mm.
We kind of merge and go from there. Because I made sure that the compatibility is kind of kept and default behavior is kept and no breaking changes and stuff like that. But well, what people are asking there is kind of was that a design in front in advance and stuff like that. But yeah, so far I'm running that custom build and I'm quite happy with that. And we're still kind of doing the global what we call it application portability, right? So it's part of our bigger journey where we rely on a k8gb being the main driver for the application transparency. So the core feature there is you don't the customers are not they don't care where the application is running, right? So it could
Nice.
be on-prem, AWS, Azure, whatever. And that thing is the kind of essential part of it. So I may not kind of have a priority to put it into a mergeable state as reviews are going. I guess we've got a misunderstanding there. What I'm intended is like a small things built there and off we go. But if a requirement is a bigger thing, then I should probably close the PI and open the final solution as we mature and if we will go live with our application portability.
Yeah, I don't think that it is requirement like to know to actually implement like within a first PR the very final solution. It just like as soon as it doesn't bring in regressions and it's documented, everything is cool, I guess. So the question is like now, like from your perspective, is the current PR is in mergeable state, or from your initial intention, right, to like for the features that you're currently running in your environment, or we need to update the PR or split it as you mentioned. So like, what's your take there?
Well, obviously, I'm still kind of working on it, right?
Okay.
And what I'm working on is more like a cosmetic thing. And it's where we finally had the finalizers. to that. So we would be able to delete the delegated zones finally once the last member, core DNS member, disappears from like you've got a finalizer and you've got only one member, and we itself is the final member. So that will lead to the zone delegation removal. But yeah, it's more kind of a maintenance work, and so far it's more like establishing a behavior. Hey, I'm going to delete the zone, right? And do not delete it actually, but or hey, this zone needs to be deleted. So those kind of things. The core stuff, I still have to use the API group. I'm not sure it is yet created, the k8gb IO one.
Not yet.
Okay, so should I wait for that? I mean,
yeah, we need to
it's
decide.
nice to have.
Well, currently it's nice to have, definitely. My only concern is that like we will inevitably will have to handle this rename, because on the incubating stage they will ask to be API version kind of vendorless, right? Not pointing to specific company. We expect that, and I want to avoid migration. Like currently we will have to migrate GSLB resource anyway, but if we introduce zone delegation, then we will have to migrate them too, right? So that's the only concerns there, like to avoid painful migration, and anything is CRD related in Kubernetes, it brings some amount of pain. So
yeah, 100%. So,
yeah.
but to me, it's kind of unrelated, right? I mean, that should be done. If it's a blocker, then it needs to be done
Yeah,
before or
it,
with a higher priority.
yeah, it's totally unrelated, but does it matter which API group the new resource will land, like for you? Because for me it matters. This way I will avoid additional migration. For you, is it like what is the concern to name it k8gb?
It doesn't. It just I don't have kind of capacity to do the migration.
The migration. Got it. So
the
yeah,
GSLB one.
got it. No. We don't need a GSLB one. The discussion here is like to put the new resource into k8gb. That's it. The totally new one. But if you already have zone delegations and you already will have to migrate, then a new environment, then we have a.
Oh no, I don't have one.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I will see what I can do there.
Okay, cool.
We'll see.
So it's only about new resource, right? I'm definitely not asking NPR to you to migrate the main resource. I'm just proposing to create a new zone delegation in a new future API version group, and that's it. As simple as that.
Okay, I will see what I can do there.
Cool. Thank you, man. Yeah, otherwise, definitely, let's not make it like, rocket science project. Let's not block anything. I prefer to move faster than like a super polished feature. If it doesn't bring regression, let's merge it in. Another thing that we discussed there in PRDN are like, you had this intention to put on the experimental, on the Helm values, like I think feature flags or similar notion. And I suggested not to do it mainly because I've seen in several projects that I'm involved with, like for example, we are grouping CLI within alpha or beta. People are using it, and it basically stays in alpha or beta or experimental for eternity. And when we finally switch to the stable group, or like we're moving out the flag out of the experimental group to the stable one, it brings a lot of pain. So that's why I want to avoid it long term as well. So it's better to put it like in a standard hierarchy, but just to document that this feature is experimental. So that's I think like I'm just thinking about avoiding the whole class of problems in future, right? With scoping approach. Does it make sense?
Yeah, sure, 100%. I mean, it's just a flag to me, right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. All right. So, and we have some backlog. We definitely don't have time to go through all of them. We have some interesting set of non-maintainer contributions, right? So like these fix, they're coming from different community members, actually new ones. Sudhamsh added health checking for Ingress controllers. That's something Andrew is checking. I will also try to check this one. Super interesting because it's kind of long-term feature that I think originally was reported by PegBank, but it was appearing in discussions from time to time. Yeah. Farhan, do you want to speak about any of your PRs? Do you want to prioritize something? I noticed that some of them are still open and some of them have a failing pipeline, so I'm not sure if the readiness state.
So apart from the DTR different versions regarding that, testing different Kubernetes versions, I think the OCI register support fix and rollback procedures needed one review, and it's pretty mergeable. It can be merged.
Yeah, but like for example, if you check OCI registry support fix, the pipelines are red there, so they're not like in mergeable state by default. So we need to double check. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check in my local ones, and then I'll update in the same PR. And
Cool.
then we have one documentation fix that is adding more rollback procedure or any impact that has caused while rollback.
Cool, sounds good. And yeah,
The
like
last one.
yeah, maybe just for simplicity of maintenance, if PR is not fully ready for review, just convert it to draft, right? So that's
Draft.
what we're
Okay.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's visible that it's cool, it's work in progress, we can check it out, but it's not yet ready for a final review, right? So like it will definitely make the maintenance easier. So
Cool. I'll do that next.
yeah, cool. Thanks a lot. Issues review. Do you want to take this one, Bradley? It looks like you counted them.
It's easy to count when you go there and it tells you how many are open. So
Yeah.
no, I think that just it's something that we need to take a look at, what is actually open and what is no longer relevant. Yeah, it's something that I was thinking about maybe as a KubeCon activity, as something someone could help with, kind of like a first issue kind of thing, but I don't know. Maybe we have to create an issue to look at the open issues. Then there's these three things, or these two things three things we talked about last time. So the in-cluster DNS issue, switching Helm to OCI. So I think
we should just close it as there is no activity, and I think that most of the issues, the questions are answered.
Which one?
Yeah, page 1.
2022?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll close that one. And then this one, I think you were gonna
Yeah,
talk about this.
we just discussed
Yeah.
this one from the peer perspective.
Yeah, I see it
They
there.
related. Yeah.
Okay. And then the due diligence review for incubating. So just as a bit of news, we did get the security self-assessment merged.
Congrats, man. Like great job, sir.
Well,
You followed up like for how many days, months?
it was 10 months from opening that to closing it. But I mean, there was some
Yeah.
there's a KubeCon in between, possibly, yeah, there were two KubeCons in between. So, and it ended up having to get the repo had to switch, and then there was some funny business about which directory it was supposed to be in or the exact name of it. And the one thing which I have to investigate, just in case something like that happened again, was by moving repos, I didn't know a better way to do that than to just copy the resultant file that everyone had agreed to and put it in the new repo. I don't think that you can in GitHub say move this PR with all of the history to this other repo. And so it lost
No, I don't think so.
it
Yeah.
lost the history, right? So that history is preserved in KGB commits, right? Because this is in our documentation, but it's not preserved in the new repo in the TOC. So it looks like I wrote this thing in one shot and it's perfect, which is good for me. But it
that's okay. That's okay.
but that it's in there, it's in the right spot. It's been merged in. I got some fun experience with having multiple GitHub accounts on the same machine because it signed 4 commits and 2 of them were signed as my personal account and 2 were signed as my professional account, and I couldn't rebase. Somehow I was rebasing interactively and they all looked correct, but they weren't coming out correct. And at the end of the day, it was just by rebasing at the top level with the -S, and then it worked. So for all of them, but
so currently we have a stuff synced between a KGB repo security software assessment MD file with these
yeah. So what's in the TOC folder is now what is the same as what's in our KGB documentation, and that's one of the things that is required as part of incubation. So, and that led to, as I mentioned yesterday, there is an invitation now to Amsterdam for a maintainer track panel from Tag Security and Compliance.
That's actually amazing. You can get a ticket, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So, but there's that. That's open at the moment. So I was reached out yesterday late by the Tag Security and Compliance folks, and they said, "Hey, you've just gone through this process. We're doing a panel with someone from k8gb interested in speaking." And I thought to myself, well, who's actually got speaker slots available, right? Because you can only do, I think, 10 proposals across co-located, the main event, and these, I think even the maintainer stuff. And so the one question is, I'm not technically a maintainer, so I don't know if that matters for being in that track. So
well, we can add you there.
so that's the only thing. But I guess they're writing up a proposal now, and yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it would be nice to have that extra visibility and exposure during.
Yeah, for sure. And it kind of came as a surprise, right? So nice pings from them. That's cool.
Yeah, totally out of nowhere. So that was nice. Just while we're on that track, then I will also mention for a community update. So Nuno and I discussed this week. He's going to jump back into the basically k8gb intro video, which he'd created a script for months and months ago, right? But you know how these things go. So we're going to work on that, and then I'm going to work on my idea at the moment. Give me different ideas if you think something else is better. I still think that the Makefile is a really excellent tutorial by itself, and I think that just running a full local deploy, looking at the output and comparing it to what the Makefile is, if you can squash that into something between 5 and 10 minutes, that'd be a pretty good getting started video. So
yeah, definitely. So that's what I get at the ContribFest. People liked the local environment most, right?
Yeah.
So like, wow, like I can run the global stuff locally. It's really quick for attendees. So that was the main part, yeah. And it's like it was already 2 ContribFest where we got like this kind of positive feedback from a local environment. So yeah, definitely something to expose and scale with this video. It will super useful. Another last minute news from Nuno, actually. I asked him if he can and if he is willing to handle k8gb Lightning Talk, because of our kind of internal rotation, right? So I did it, Andre did it, Bradley did it, and now Nuno has a good chance as he will be around, and he immediately said yes, so he will apply for Lightning Talk until Sunday. We have some time for deadline, so yeah, it will be cool coverage, like a project adopter, one of the largest banks in the world. Awesome, yeah.
And he is an excellent representative.
Yeah.
Right? So he's got a great presence when he speaks, when he's at the booth, he's great. So very happy. And he's using k8gb at a pretty big scale. So
yep. in real production for a real while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yep. So that's excellent. Good. Okay. Yeah, the only other thing, as we talked about at the beginning, I think before you came on, Yuri, or you, Farhan, that there's some folks not able to join this meeting because of tooling, right? Things are prevented and so or blocked. And so one thing that I've done in the past when I've had customers who had the same kind of trouble, I've moved the agenda document, for example, to Markdown and put it in the repo. That might be something that we could consider doing here so that people can see it and contribute to it. And then find maybe some other tool than Zoom. But then, of course, as you pointed out when you popped in, Yuri, with Zoom, is that through the CNCF we get recordings and we get professional Zoom, et cetera, et cetera. So that might be hard to replace.
Right.
That's really all that I could think of for this agenda. Does anybody else want to expand on anything or bring something else up?
Yeah, one thing is the the Ingress story, right? I mean, the whole the internet kind of calmed down a little bit, but it's still part of the local setup, and it's awesome, right? Should we replace it with something else inside the local setup, or are we just fine having the just a random ingress controller without security fixes, so it doesn't affect us?
Do you mean for classic Ingress? Because for gateway API, I think it's already Istio stuff.
Yeah,
and you was the trace.
Yeah, I mean, I'm into the Ingress, NGINX Ingress. Yeah.
Yeah. So NGINX Ingress is there for the classic Ingress. We can, I don't know, like just for, what's the goal? Is it like something representative? Just, that we moved out of effectively deprecated stuff, or is it something that you will actually need in your production?
No, it's definitely. I mean, I'm talking about the local setup, right?
Yeah.
And if you say, hey, in a local setup we use the Ingress NGINX, and as following that example, you're trying to deploy your kind of pre-prod or something, and there might be a confusion saying, hey, but Ingress is dead, right? Or not Ingress, NGINX Ingress is dead. So what should I do? Or is it compatible? Why those guys still using it? Are there any hard dependencies on that? And so on and so on and so on. All right. I mean, I know that Ingress in NGINX story is not about Ingress being deprecated.
Yeah.
Ingress still there. We personally switched to Traefik just as as the single shot replacement. But we still on Ingress. We don't go to Gateway API because the journey is way much bigger. The impact is way much bigger than that. But yeah, the local setup is, as you mentioned, people liked it, and people like it as the take it as the reference setup. So
that's a good point. Yeah. Actually, Traefik is something that I also had in mind because I have a very positive experience with Traefik back in iFlix. So kind of running it on half-planet scale, it helped me a lot back in the days to sustain the load. So yeah.
It's actually part of the K3S we're using.
Even, but yeah, good point. Yeah. Bradley, will you be able to create a tracking issue on that stuff? So like replacing Ingress and NGINX with a local setup, in a local setup with something else, right? And a couple of alternatives, and then we can track it. That's a good point. And yeah, my naive view on this story was like, let's just switch to Gateway API and live happily ever after. But obviously, it's not that simple, right? So you have to support the classic Ingress for a while. Cool. That's a good point. Thanks, Donor. Super last shots on KubeCon. So we applied for ContribFest as well, right? So there were only 2 slots, kind of this limit, like no more than 3 men in a group. So I keep it to 2 to be under the threshold because it was too super vague. And then we'll see if it's accepted. I can just, I can speak directly to organizers and ask if you can include more people, right? So, so this way we might get more free tickets potentially, but no guarantees. Dinar, do you plan to attend KubeCon?
Not yet. I don't know. I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah, think about it. It's like Amsterdam, super close, and it's usually a fun event. Farhan, do you plan to
Well, I'm
attend?
applying for scholarship. I don't
Oh,
know.
nice.
So I have to apply for travel fund and scholarship.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
based on that, I'll be getting my plans done with visa and stuff.
Sounds good. Good luck. Good luck with all the processes. Good luck with that.
Yeah, and if
Thank you.
and if you get stuck with something, right, just reach out again. Because I know
Sure.
there's a few different steps.
Oh, that's the reason I reached out to you
Yeah.
recently. If you know something else apart from that, yeah, sure.
No,
If I get anything,
yeah, no, I've never gone through that process, but I'm I'm pretty good at checking off boxes. So
right,
if you need help with that, then I can try to help
right.
you.
Mhm. So this is my first time applying, so I was kind of so. Let me see.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It was a very nice meeting. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers, have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.